Well, here's the video I keep promising I'm going to do. It's about my Nokia phone that I use for Skype. Anyway, it's the Nokia E63. It's like the least expensive, I think, smartphone that they have. Um, the reason why I got it is because Skype, while it will work on Android or Droid phones and that through Verizon, it is not a full version of Skype. It's actually a condensed version of Skype that uses your planned minutes in order to make Skype calls. And you can't use it with Wi-Fi. With Nokia phones, with certain Nokia phones that have the Symbian operating system and also the N900, you can get Skype for those. That's almost the full version of Skype. The only thing it doesn't have is the video capability. Well, except the Nokia N900, it does have video capability. And I'll talk about that a little bit later. I don't own one. I plan to own one. But anyway, when I went to Bogota, I knew I was going to try to keep in touch with people back home, but I didn't want to pay a large amount of money, to keep calling, using calling cards and whatnot. So what I did was I did a little investigating. I found out that you can get Skype on, the phones with the Symbian operating system. And so what I did was I bought this phone, I think it was through Newegg. I don't know. It was through someone. And it was unlocked. So there was, it didn't come with a SIM card. Anyway, I get down to Bogota, and the nice thing about it is they have SIM card places everywhere. So I bought a SIM card, threw it in here with about $20 worth of minutes, which is, I still had a ton of time by the time I left. It was probably about $5-6 left on there. And it worked great for local calls. And then when I got into a Wi-Fi area, which was at the place I was staying and also the school, it worked great for that. I was able to call mom and friends from down there. Sometimes it was a little sketchy just because the Wi-Fi was a little slow at times. But other than that, when I had strong signal and the Wi-Fi was working great, it was as if I was just talking to them on a regular cell phone. And to receive calls, what I did was I also signed up for the Skype. It's like a Skype in number or a Skype number, and it's a local Iowa number that people can call, and then it'll ring through to me on Skype. And for both the unlimited calls in the U.S. and I think Canada, or it's like unlimited calls U.S. Canada, I think, if I remember right. Oh, at least Canada or U.S. It's unlimited calls U.S. And for the number, the total thing cost me $60. So for a year, I can call anyone in the United States, and they can call me, and it doesn't cost me any additional money. It's unlimited calls. So that's how I set up this phone, and it worked great. Another thing I did was I signed up through Google Voice so that instead of giving them my Skype in number, I've actually been giving everyone my Google Voice number, which is also a local Iowa number. The reason why I did that is because when I'm back here in the States, I could have it forwarded to my, that Google Voice number, I could have forwarded to my cell phone instead of my Skype in number. And then when I go overseas, I just have it switch over to my Skype number over there. Now, one of the problems with this whole setup is when I take this phone to Korea, it's not going to work there. It'll work for Wi-Fi, but it will not work on their cellular system, because both Korea and Japan use CDMA, I think is what it's called, and they don't have SIMs that you can just pop into your phone for it to work. So I'll have to get a local phone, like probably just disposable phone. But I also plan on having wireless internet in my apartment, so it'll work great as a home phone for me. When I get home from work or whatever, I'll just be able to pick up the phone. Skype should already be turned on, and I'll just be able to dial home anyone I wish. So anyway, that's essentially the setup of this. It worked great while I was in Bogota. I was able to make calls home. People were able to call me, leave me messages. I was able to get texts. People are sending, like from their cell phones, like, hey, how's it going? It's like, hey, this is great. I'm down in Bogota. So that was kind of it made staying connected a lot easier than just, trying to, do email and stuff. Like, one instance is like, when I went down there, I didn't want my credit card to get stolen, so what I did was I bought a prepaid credit card. Well, I didn't want to, there was a software program I needed, so I didn't want to use my credit card for it. But I was able to contact my mom right away and say, hey, purchase this thing of software for me and give me the key code for it so I can, download it and get it fired up. So that's, I mean, and that was all done within like matter of minutes, and it was all thanks to my Nokia Skype accessible phone. So anyway, that's about it on as far as the phone goes. If you have any questions, certainly on the blog there's a contact thing. Go ahead and shoot me any questions you may have, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.